Hi there, I'm Akash and you're watching Tic Tac Tech, and today we're going to talk about what is MIUI. So this is a term that people have been throwing around ever since Xiaomi started selling smartphones in India. So I'm going to explain to you very simply what MIUI is. MIUI is basically Xiaomi's home-built user interface. Now, when Google made Android, they had their own vision of Android, and that is stock Android. The Moto G here runs stock Android. This is what it looks like without any of the bells and whistles thrown by other manufacturers. So this is what the original Android, version Android looks like, stock Android. But when other manufacturers take it, they tend to do different things with it. Samsung has its own ideas, it's called TouchWiz. LG has its own UI, so does Sony and everybody else. So similarly, Xiaomi, the Chinese company that makes very powerful and cheap smartphones in India right now, these guys have their own UI. It's called MIUI. Mi stands for Xiaomi. That half is from their name, and UI is user interface. And it basically offers a very different take on Android as far as visuals are concerned. It looks a lot like iOS. How does it look like iOS? The first thing is stock Android always has an app drawer, which, as you can see, that is our app drawer. That's not something that you have in MIUI. In fact, all the apps are just laid out on your home screen, as you can see there, and they're bundled into little groups, which you can also do on stock Android. That's one of the main differences. Then the design language is very different. See, the kind of fonts that they've used there, very different in MIUI 6. That's the version I'm using. The icons are all rounded off, and they use flat design. That's also something that happens in Android. When they're all very rounded off, and it looks, if you notice, very similar to what iOS looks like. Apple's operating system for mobile phones and tablets looks quite similar. So a lot of the design language looks very similar to what we've seen in iOS, and in some cases also in Samsung's TouchWiz. So essentially, MIUI is a visually different interface on top of Android, and it has a lot of very well designed apps as well. For example, the email app here, which comes in MIUI, is very different from the default apps that you see in stock Android. I'll show you the default stock Android app, which is the email app here. So again, they look very different. And or you could, for example, take the dialer app, which also looks very different. I will show you that in just a moment. Yeah. So the dialer app here again looks very different, as you can see. So these are basically the differences. Xiaomi does not like stock Android. They prefer having their own visual language, and they do this to make differentiate their phones in the market, to make it, look different from other phones, to get that brand recognition. Xiaomi does this, and MIUI is a great interface. It's wonderful. It is very nice. It runs well on very fast phones. I'm yet to see how MIUI 6 runs on slower phones like the Redmi Note, but on this phone, the Mi 4, which is a high-end phone, it runs extremely well, I must say. So that is what I know about MIUI. That is the main difference, and that's what it is. In the end, it's all a matter of preference if you like stock Android or MIUI. I personally prefer CyanogenMod mod above all these options. And that was our quick explanation of what MIUI is. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit the subscribe button under this video, and also give us a like by hitting the thumbs up below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next one. Take care.